Today we will be testing the RSI custom bands. But before we do, if you have not watched the first video on the channel and all the videos after that, you need to go do that now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. There is also a link down below to sign up for Tradingview. You can save a little bit of money if you use the link below to sign up for your account. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Lastly, if you would like a list of all the indicators we have tested along with their win rates, but you aren't interested in watching all the videos on the channel, you can sign up for our $9 Patreon, and you will receive the complete list of indicators. We also would like to introduce our Patreon exclusive Discord channel. As a $9 Patreon, you will be invited to join an exclusive Discord channel where we will give you a list of winning indicators and links for the MT platform, give you winning strategies, post trade ideas, give advanced advice, and much more. So click the link below to join our Patreon. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the RSI custom bands. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 51 different strategies, with 13 of them being profitable. We have also tested a total of 585 indicators, with 241 of them being winners. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. So go back and watch those videos and see what you can get out of those winning indicators. And keep in mind that we test all these strategies and indicators on the Forex market, but they can be applied to just about any market universally. Alright, so today's indicator is the RSI custom bands. And you can see it here on the bottom of the screen. And so the setup on this is relatively simple. Basically an RSI, but it is slightly different. Not quite exactly the default RSI. And it also has the overbought area and the oversold area in red and in green, and they are also slightly different than your normal RSI. And so the setup on this is the same as the standard RSI. What we are looking for is when the RSI line gets up into the red zone or down into the green zone, and then we are looking for the RSI line to then cross back into this middle zone here, the white zone. And once we get that, we will either go short if it is up in the red, or we will go long if it's down in the green. So that's the setup we're looking for. Let's go ahead and get on with the testing and see what we can get out of this. All right, so the first signal that we pick up is a long signal. we get the RSI line dips down into the green zone just barely, and then it crosses back up right here on this candle. This might be the only signal we get out of this. We'll kind of see what happens. But you can see that price action pushes up really nicely there, definitely getting us to our take profit. So let's go ahead and continue on. All right, so the next signal that we pick up is a short signal, and we see that the RSI line gets up here into the red zone again, just barely, and then we get that RSI line crosses down back below that red zone into the center zone here, and we get a little bit of a push to the downside here, enough to get us to the take profit. So let's go ahead and continue on. All right, so we pick up one more signal here. This is a short signal as well. RSI line comes up into the red zone, crosses back down right here on this candle. We get a really nice push to the downside there, and that one gets us to take profit once again. All right, so we are almost at the end of the year here. Let's go ahead and finish out the last little bit. Can't imagine we'll get another signal, but let's go ahead and move forward. Alright, so that's going to put us at the end right there. Before we take a look at what this was able to achieve, now would be a good time to say that if you are interested in excelling your trading knowledge, I highly recommend that you join our Patreon only channel on our Discord server. You can find a link to our Patreon down below, as well as a link to our Discord. Once you sign up as a patron, it'll give you access to the Patreon only channel, where we post some really great advanced information about trading strategies, trading indicators, and trading philosophy in general. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you'll get access to the full list of indicators that we have tested. That comes in an Excel version and a PDF version, and you will get that full list of indicators showing exactly which indicators were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates. And you'll get access to an Excel sheet of all the strategies that we have tested that shows exactly which strategies were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates, and links to go back and review those individual strategies. And so there is a lot of benefits to becoming a patron of the channel, and it doesn't cost hardly anything at all. I highly recommend it. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at our indicator here. Pretty easy. We got 1, 2, and 3 signals, and we have 1, 2, and 3 winners. And so that is going to go on the 100% win rate list. Obviously going to go on the winning list. Now again, we'll test this more thoroughly in the next step of the process, which, like I've said here recently, we are getting pretty close to. Not too much longer now, and we will move on to the next step, where we take all the winning indicators and put them through a more thorough testing process to see which ones hold up over, like I said, a little bit more of a thorough testing. So what can we say? It is the RSI. Again, it's slightly different, not exactly the same as your standard RSI, but it did rather well. I definitely wish it gave more signals in 1 year's time, but you know, for the signals that it did give, it did so you know, rather decent, not too bad. But yeah, this one is, like I said, going to go ahead and go on the yes list, and we'll move on to the next indicator from here.